All right, it is 6 o'clock. We will call this October 20th special common council meeting to order. Yeah, please. Not muted. Yeah, I was already unmuted, so please join me for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And there's Miriam. Excuse me. Can you hear us all right, Miriam?
Yes, I can.
All right, very good. Clerk Treasurer Price, can you please call roll?
Yes. Cody Nelson.
Here.
Aaron Jabril. Here. Spencer Pingery.
Present.
Doyle Moore.
Present.
Denny Myers.
Present.
Mary Yates.
Present. All right. Don't have any minutes of the special common council meeting. We're going to jump right into the business. The first item of business for the special meeting is going to be the trash bid contract, which the Board of Works just made a favorable recommendation to award trash cans with the 2026 trash and recycle contract. The board has been sent documentation for both bids. The trash cans came in as the lowest bidder. So now it's up for the council to move forward with approving that, as well as what options they want. So with that being said, let's get a motion on the floor first so we can move forward with discussion. Is there a motion to approve? Okay. All right, I have a motion and I have a second to approve trash cans as the awarding trash cans for the 2026 trash and recycle bid contract. Now we can open the floor for discussion, questions, comments. And Miriam, our legal team, reviewed all the documents submitted. Everything was submitted correctly, and all the items that were required by statute and what the board requested were attached to the submitted bids.
I'd like to point out to the public that we save money by getting an extra bid on it.
It's because the trash rates won't go up,
That's right.
We did. That we did.
which they were supposed to in 26 by like $2 or $3.
Yeah. So again, to piggyback off that, had we not bid it out, we would have had to reflect that on our 2026 invoicing that went out and bidding it out, which was our due diligence for the city. Came back as a cost analysis that was a lot cheaper than what it had been had we continued without doing the due diligence by bidding it out. So great job with the council. Any questions, discussion regarding the submitted and approved bid contract regarding trash can? I know yes, go ahead.
For the public, do you have a ballpark figure of what that saved a year?
I do not. Not right in front of me, I don't.
I think the original contract was like 190.
Like 187,000 for the original, for the before. In 2026, it was gonna go up to 190.
I think it was like 190.
190.
There was different.
Anyway, it was above 190.
Yeah.
192,548 was the bid
Yeah.
for 26.
So it was gonna cost another, what did they have for the citizens, you see?
I
forgot to bring that
up.
Broke it down into.
2026.
Or right, 1450 per site. Oh, this is what they just came out with.
Right.
So, it would have went up to 1595 and 26.
But that's with no spring cleanup and no whatever.
Yeah, that's the basic of the basic.
Yeah.
There was different options, with or without spring cleanup doing roll off dumpsters versus doing it how, like we have traditionally. So there was different breakdowns, but ultimately at the end of the day, the contract being bidded out was the right thing to do. We continued with looking into cost, which is what we had to do for the city for Senate Bill 1 and everything that were gonna be coming down the turnpike. So
Keep in mind, this is a 2-year contract, an actual 2-year contract, not an annual.
So the thing is, it's just like, okay, so if in 2 years On Point decides that they want to try to go put it back out for bid.
Right.
Yeah, so
Then they can't,
it's kind of your leverage.
Yeah.
which in my opinion, it should be every couple of years, because that's an opportunity for
Maybe.
us to look and see what the options are, and if something comes in at a better cost, and that's what we're supposed to do as responsible leadership. So, and we'll get to this when we get to the budget part, but ultimately we'll have to change up what we had allotted to go into Gateway, which was 200,000, but we were waiting on what this would come back as. So we'll get to that point once we get to that part of the meeting. So anyways, is there any further discussion with awarding trash cans, the 2026
Sure.
waste and recycle contract?
Nope.
The trash can throw a point in.
Trash can.
It's going to.
So. Okay, so we will do it, what we'll do then, Julie, once it's approved this evening, we'll do a resolution. I'll attach a resolution to this for November, Santa. All right, any further discussion? No. All right, hearing none, all in favor. Miriam, did you have anything to add to that?
Nope, you summarized it well.
Okay, very good. No further discussion, all in favor of approving awarding the 2026 trash and recycle bid contract to Trash Cans, our current vendor, signified by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Very good. Next item of business is going to be the adoption of the 2026 budget. First, we'll get a motion on the floor so we can formally discuss the current budget, and then we'll go into what we just discussed a minute ago. So
I make a motion that we approve the 2026 budget with amendments for the trash to reflect the trash cans contract.
perfect. Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Really, the only thing that we had to wait on was what we just passed. So any questions regarding that? Julie has done a great job of entering everything into Gateway and all those points that have to be done. It's time consuming, so thank you, Clerk Treasurer Price, for all your work, and here we are.
I do have a question.
Sure.
Miriam, do we have to re-advertise with the trash cans since we're changing the budget? Do we have to re-advertise that or no? I don't think we do because it's
No.
No, because you've already done your hearing, you should be able
Yes.
to,
And that's
with your adoption.
and that's a fee related part of our budget, so that's not something that,
This is like last year when we adjusted things in other line items before the adoption part of it,
Just
so.
wanted to make sure that we're legally.
So you set with your trash thing side, because this is your adoption portion of it, okay, you set it at 200,000 because you didn't know what the bids were gonna be at. So whatever the council decides for that trash line item in the budget, that's what will be adopted. You have what you advertise and what you adopt. So whatever you adopt this evening, we can put in there. So we put 200,000 as the advertised amount, but that's not gonna be your adoption amount if you choose to change
yeah,
it.
that number could change because it's
Yes.
a user
And you
rate.
don't have to- you
It's
don't have to do
paid
anything.
for by a user rate fee.
Okay.
So that number is different, a little bit different than the regular line items that are set in stone, general fund and funds such as that, so.
So the extra, so it says on here 2025, your $2,500 is like your excess advertising, your this, your that. I mean, there's office stuff to go along with the solid waste stuff. So that's what that excess is. The 200 itself is for the trash contract.
Gotcha. Okay.
So what would the board, what would consensus be to change from currently it's reflecting 200,000? Which again, we did that because we didn't know what these contracts were gonna come in. So what number, what fund would you like for Julie to put in there when she submits this into Gateway? So obviously you want to keep the 2,500 and all that we put
Yeah.
for
5,000 over the bid.
I would have suggested it's 146.5 for year one, 146.5 for year two. I would have said to go with like 150.
I was gonna say 5,000 over the bid.
Or
just to
if
cover.
that's what you, I mean, like I said, that's just a suggestion. If the council decides to go 5,000 over, go 5,000.
I would suggest going 5,000 over just to cover, because I mean, we don't spend it, that's
Okay,
fine.
so
but
51, 150, 15.
Consensus?
Yeah, 5,000 over, yeah, it's okay.
I'm good with it.
Good. Okay.
And that was the only item that we were waiting to change. Again, which was waiting on the contract to come in, so the motion did reflect the amendment based on that number. Go ahead, Doyle.
So it came in almost $50,000 under.
Correct. Again, that's for the taxpayers to know that,
$50,000.
the board choosing to bid it out was absolutely the correct thing to do, because it was a $50,000 savings to the taxpayers
For year one,
for year one, correct, or so,
and then year two would probably be once around that time.
yeah, so.
Right.
Great job by the council. All right, any further discussion on the 2026 budget adoption? All right, Julie, do you have everything you need as far as numbers?
Unless there's anything else that you see on this piece that I gave you, that you have any questions about. You look down, I know it says adopted budget, but like when you hit the button in Gateway and you go through that with your representative from DLGF, they tell you to go ahead and transfer that over. It goes in that column, but we haven't technically done anything with it yet. So it was, the advertised amount is the same as what the adopted is right there in that. So that crash one will be changed to 150.15.
All right, and for the budget adoption, you were speaking to me about an ordinance that needs to be attached to that.
Actually, the resolution, and that's what the adoption is tonight, is the resolution portion of it.
Okay,
It just goes, like when you send it to Gateway, it goes in as a resolution. And so when you click on those buttons and you put it in there, that form is what comes up and it says resolution or ordinance. So it would be like a resolution that the DLGF sends to you when you fill in those things. So this one, or this one will be resolution 2025-11 for the DLGF. So it'll be put in the book just like any other. And then once you guys all sign for it, it'll be sent to the DLGF.
want to make sure we touched on that. All right, any further discussion regarding the 2026 City of Delphi budget adoption? All right, hearing none, all in favor of approving the submitted 2026 City of Delphi budget adoption amended with the trash contract awarded, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Very good. Next item of business is gonna be ordinance 2025-14. It's an ordinance establishing the wages for certain employees of the city of Delphi from and after January 1st of 2026. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Any questions, comments? I'll open the floor for discussion regarding the wage ordinance 2025-14 for starting January 1st of 2026. Any discussion from the board? What you guys discussed during budget time?
I will tell you on the second page of it, under the fire territory, they added an administrative assistant this year in their budget for somebody to come and help with like runs and things like that, and run reports. And then their fuel and clothing allowance was put on there as well as their run pay, just for documentation purposes for the state board of Ed. And we added section 13 to describe how the firefighter pay is paid out.
Any discussion from the board? All right, hearing none, all in favor of approving ordinance 2025-14, ordinance establishing the wages for certain employees of the city of Delphi from and after January first, 2026, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Is there a motion to suspend the rules on a night of adoption to allow for the second and third reading of ordinance 2025-14, an ordinance establishing the wages for certain employees of the city of Delphi from and after January first, 2026? Jenny Myers,
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second. We'll open the floor for discussion. All right, here none, all in favor of approving, actually, that's for the motion, so let's get that, yeah, so let's approve that first. All in favor of suspending the rules on the night of introduction for allowing the reading of second, and third reading of ordinance 2025-14, an ordinance establishing the wages for certain employees of the city of Delphi from and after January first, 2026, signify by saying aye. Motion to approve ordinance 2025-14, an ordinance establishing the wages for certain employees of the city of Delphi from and after January first, 2026, on second reading. For motion to approve.
I will make that one as well.
Second. All right, I have a motion and a second to approve ordinance 2025-14 on second reading. Any discussion from the board? Hearing none, all in favor of approving ordinance 2025-14, an ordinance establishing the wages of certain employees of the city of Delphi from and after January 2026, signify by stating aye. Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to approve ordinance 2025-14 on third and final reading. An ordinance establishing wages for certain employees of the city of Delphi from and after January 1st of 2026. There a motion to approve on third reading?
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion from the board? Hearing none, all in favor of approving ordinance 2025-14, an ordinance establishing wages for certain employees of the city of Delphi from and after January 1st, 2026, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Very good. Guys, one down. Next item of business is going to be ordinance 2025-15. This ordinance establishes the salaries for elected officials and for appointees of the city of Delphi, Indiana, for a calendar year of 2026. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Girl. All right, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion from the board regarding ordinance 2025-15? Favor of approving ordinance 2025-15, establishing salaries for elected officials and appointees of the city of Delphi, calendar year of 2026, signify by stating aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries.
Make a motion to suspend the rules for second, and third reading for ordinance number 2025-15.
All right, I have a motion to suspend the rules on the night of
Second.
introduction for ordinance 2025-15. I have a motion and a second. Now open the floor for discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of suspending the rules on the night of introduction for ordinance 2025-15 to allow for second and third reading, an ordinance establishing the salaries for elected officials and appointees of the city of Delphi for calendar year 2026, signify by stating aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to approve ordinance 2025-15 on second reading.
I have a motion to approve ordinance 2025-15 on second reading. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Approve ordinance 2025-15 on second reading. I will now open the floor for discussion. Hearing none, all approved. In favor of approving ordinance 2025-15 on second reading. An ordinance establishing the salaries for elected officials and appointees of the city of Delphi for calendar year 2026. Signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Is there a motion to approve ordinance 2025-15 on third and final reading? An ordinance establishing the salaries for elected officials and appointees of the city of Delphi for calendar year 2026. Motion and a second.
Second.
Then,
Danny Myers. Any discussion from the board? Hearing none, all in favor of approving ordinance 2025-15 on third and final reading. An ordinance establishing the salaries for elected officials and appointees of the city of Delphi for calendar year 2026. Signify by stating aye.
aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. That is all of our business items. Julie can now move forward with entering all this into Gateway. A lot of work to be done. Thank you guys for your due diligence and the time it takes to make sure that we're operating as a fiscally responsible board. But I will say this very proudly, the city of Delphi residents should be very proud of this board. They did a good job of looking into things this year with all the challenges coming at us. And it's not an easy task. So thank you guys for that. And we will move forward. We'll have some new items to finalize in November. It's coming up, but with that being said, this is the last meeting for a certain member of our board, Cody Nelson. So Cody, thank you for your nearly 5 years of service to the city of Delphi. This will be your 5th budget passed. Thank you. Please let us know if you ever want to come back to the city of Delphi. Any closing remarks from the board?
Thank you, Cody, for
Thank
all
you,
the work
Cody.
you've done. Yep. And the headaches we've had together.
I'm surprised his last meeting, I didn't hear him second anything or first.
I know usually he's quick.
I mean, I'm giving him time.
He wants to, yeah, he wants to hang out here for a while, so we'll probably hang out till about 7 or 8.
No, we won't.
No.
No, we won't. No, we won't.
Girls for a loop.
For Treasurer Price? Public comments? Miriam?
Nothing for me.
Okay, thank you. All right, with that, there is just one last motion.
Motion adjourned.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second to adjourn the special common council meeting. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
Meeting is adjourned at
Reach over.